Okay, I'm telling you, this is not going to be no easy task. There's so many moving parts here, I'm confused. I'm trying to follow the instructions.
No, it's basically the same procedure on the right.
Laying everything out. And according to this, I have these two pieces, big pieces here. These two. And I'm lining up just like I see it in the directions. These two slats facing each other. According to here, there's two big holes right here. Now, I need to find out what parts. Okay, so it's supposed to be 4. Let me get my screws. Actually, I need to get a bowl to put all this stuff in. 4 of these. That's what it looks like. Let's see. 4. What have I gotten myself into? Okay, supposed to be 18 of these. So what I'm going to do is get some glasses or bowls to separate these parts. Okay, I've already put these 2 screws in. Instructions want you to put them in. Instead of using my power screwdriver, I'm going to use a manual screwdriver so I don't damage anything. You know, it's funny, anytime we get anything new, I'm always the one assembling it. My husband doesn't help unless I need him to lift something. Okay, so now I've added these 4 screws here according to the instructions. Now step number 2. Oh boy, here we go. It's interesting. Looks like it's calling for these items here. Let's open this up. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah. There are 3 holes here and it's lined up with the holes. Where's the 3rd one at? There it is. And there's 1, there's 2, 3. 3 holes. So I'm supposed to screw it on like so. I just want to make sure it's in the correct upward position. And same thing over here. That's lined up. Yeah, like that. Now the correct screws to use no, it ain't that one because it will come right through, so it has to be this one, which doesn't make any sense because this is so weird. Oh, okay, I'm putting it through the wrong hole. Okay, now it makes sense. So you push it in with through here. Screw that down. These little screws. And then I move that over so I can get a screw in here. Okay, so that's in, and that slides in like so. Okay, I've separated the drawer slides and laid them out the way they're supposed to be. As you can see, the wheel on the right, okay, see, on the right panel, the little wheel is facing me. And symmetrical on the other side, on the left panel, the wheel is facing me. So I'm lining it up with that hole and this hole, and same thing here. And oh, there it is. Now the screws that I'm going to use will be these little fat screws. I'm trying to hold the camera and show you this. So I'm going to use these screws, and you just screw them into each one. Okay, now they're on the track, and now I'm going to tighten them up. Okay, the next step is this piece. Now this is the bottom of the cabinet, and you can tell because unfinished both sides. And what I need to do now is put the little wooden pegs, where are they? Oh, some more parts. These little wooden pegs into this hole here. The hole furthest from the one on the end. So here, right there, and the same thing on this side. You can see that. See what I'm doing. There's always one that has to be complicated. So I'm going to take my little hammer and try to lightly tap it in place, like so. Alright, and I believe, yes, it goes something like this, because you see these lines and these lines. And okay, the hole under here, this first hole from the corner, is going over these screws. Yeah. It's a little strange, like this, something like that. You push it down, and there it is. That's the bottom. Now, the next thing I have to do is use these things, these little channel locks, and put them in the holes. We have some bigger ones and some smaller ones. I think I'm supposed to use the smaller ones. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to use the big screws or flanges or channel locks for this. Like I said, I have let's see, I pushed this down on here, which I probably shouldn't. I did it tightly. Yeah, let's bring this back up. What's going to happen is you're going to push this into the hole, like so. I'm shoving it into the hole. Where's the other one? And I'm going to put another one into this hole. Now I'm doing this facing with this down for the opening to meet down here. And I didn't do it with that one, but I can kind of turn it and feel that when it locks on. Okay, so now I am going to line that up there, just like so. Now here's where you got to get your Phillips screwdriver. You won't want to use the power screwdriver. Okay, so you turn this thing until you feel it that it drops down there tight. This one, I have to keep messing with it. It's not on there. That one is fine. This one, not quite. Okay. Some kind of way. It doesn't want to. Well, sometimes you have to give it a little push, but I don't want to break my table either. You can feel it because it'll go right down when it's there. This is what you have to go through. There we go. Just turn it till you feel it just drop down on there. Now it's on. So now I'm going to take it and tighten it. It's on tight. Turn it to the right. It's tight. Okay. That one's on. So now I'm going to do the same thing with this side here. So I need to move all this out of the way. And before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and push these things in right now. Just push it in with the opening up. facing this hole right here. There. So now I need to, I'm going to turn it on its side like so and join them together. Let's move this out the way. It up here. Okay. Now I'm going to bring this side up onto this and push this in. Make sure all these holes line up. Oops. That's where it gets a little tricky, especially when you're doing this by yourself and a female. Okay. So that's lined up. Okay. I'm gonna make sure my holes are lined up with the dowels. Give it a little tap, like I'm doing here. A little tap there. Okay, there we go. A little tap, 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 tap. Okay. Now, as you can see here, coming together. So what I have to do now is turn this to make sure it's tight and locked on. Okay, that locked. Now here's the interesting part. Let's see if we can do this. I might have to kind of turn it. It's a little difficult when you, oh dear, I hope I don't mess this up. I'm gonna turn it over on the side like this. Oh dang, no. These little slides are trying to fall out on me. Okay. It's just not in there. That's tight. This one I want tight. Guess that's it. As you can see, I'm gonna get you close, but I have tightened it here. Now I'm going to slide this piece into the grooves. So I'll keep it from moving too much. And there it is. Now that'll stabilize it for now. And I still have to go back and tighten that up back there. Okay? Now I'm going to have to do the same thing. I'm going to put some dowels and the screws at the top. So let's see. I'm losing my nut. I'm going to go ahead and push these in here, like so, because I'm sure that's where they go anyway. At least this one doesn't want to go in. Push him in. Push him in. Oh, these are difficult on this side here. Okay. And push this one in, like so. Because I need to put the top on. Remember, I'm trying to make sure this is facing up towards this hole at the top. And of course, it's always the last one that has to be a problem. Get in there. That one needs a little help. Okay, now here is the top. And remember, this is the back because it has to line up to fit into this slot. The dowels fit here, but I'm going to have to add those screws to hit the channel lock. Okay, that goes down on top of that. But before I do that, I'm going to have to, I'm going to take this down to the floor. Okay, now I'm going to add these little screws to the top. I've added the wooden dowels to the top of the cabinet, which you can't see. Okay, I've added that. These. Okay. Now I'm going to screw these items here into the corners of each . Okay, so now I'm going to take my power screwdriver. I wasn't going to do that at first, but I'm going to take my time. Okay. I'll tighten it with the other manual screwdriver. Just want to get it down there. Okay, so now I'm going to come back and just make sure it's tight. That's tight. Tight. And that needs a little help. Okay, and there we go, that's tight. Now I'm going to attempt to put the top on. By lining up the holes. Be careful not to make sure the dowels, everything lines up. Don't want to force it. Okay, make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Okay, Okay. Now I need to get my screwdriver wherever it is. And try to make sure these dowels line up in the hole. You want to have it right, but I don't want to break my table. Like that. Use a flathead screwdriver if I can find one. And there you have it. Okay, so the first phase is done. I have to put the wheels on, and then I have to build the drawers next. As you can see, I'm tapping these little things into the bottom because these are where the wheels are going to attach to. Okay, done. Next step for me is to put the wheels in. So let's see. Oh. Okay, it's completed. I took the wheels off because I wanted it to slide under my desk. So my next move is to build the drawers. Let's see. Yeah, see, I want it to slide under my desk like so. And transfer everything I had from this plastic storage container I have here into that. Give it a more, excuse the mess. That's my messy office. Okay, now I'm going to assemble the drawer. You want to take the piece that looks like this. You get 3 of them. I've already laid everything out, as you can see here. Got all my pieces laid out. Anyway, yeah. So you're going to take 2 of these screws and put them in, not the first hole, but the second hole. Get your little screwdriver, manual or regular. And now I'm, oh, wrong one. Screwdriver. And tighten it in the hole. Okay, there you have it. Okay, now I'm going to add the wooden pegs in the little holes here. Push that down. Okay, there. Now you're going to take these pieces for the sides. And what you want to do is this needs to be on the outside. So let's see. Yeah, okay. I think it goes, yeah, like this. So even though the writing, even though all the, yeah, you wasn't supposed to see me. Even though the writing is on here and everything is outside and it's clean on the inside. Oh, sorry about that. These holes need to be facing out. Did you see the setup here? And the same thing here on this side. Should be out like that. Yeah. And you push it down on there. And there you have your drawer form, basically. Before I go any further, I'm going to take it back off of here, because something I need to do is put the little channel lock in, and push it with the, let's see the little opening here? I'm going to push it in that direction. Then I'm going to push it back on here and try to turn this at the same time to make sure I lock it. Okay, it went down. Now I'm going to turn it to the right, and now it's locked in place. And you do the same thing on the other side. I'll turn it around and show you. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this. I'm going to push it in here. Push that in, push it back over that, and turn it till it locks. And now you have a drawer set up. Well, part of it anyway. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take, it comes with 4 of these. Get that back, 4 of these. And 3 for the small drawers, and 1 big one for the bottom drawer. So what I'm going to do now is take this. I have the drawer, just the bottom of the top, I'm not sure. Anyway, it slides into the groove like so. Because you want to know when you open the drawer, this is the bottom of the drawer, so when you turn it over, you want to see this inside your drawer. Okay, so I'm putting this here. Alright, now you're going to take one of these here, and how that goes, I don't know yet. Okay, this piece is supposed to fit in between here. Okay, like so. Oops. Like that. Make sure it's nice and straight. Okay. Let me turn it around so you can see. Okay. Opposite the back in between here. And now you're going to take the plastic, these items, this screw here, the plastic one, and you're going to push it into this hole here. And the same thing on the other side. But you have to tap, tap, tap it in with the hammer. So I'm going to attempt to do the first one here. By trying to hold it straight. Trying to keep it from shifting. That is, I can lock it in tight. Oh, dear. It's not that easy. I'm not going to do it all the way tight yet. Let's try to see if I can get the other side in to kind of help. Okay, so I'm going to tap that in like so. There you go. Okay. And you just keep doing it till you get both sides tight. Okay, that one's pretty much in. I'm going to lay this one up and tap it. Right back. I'm trying not to break my table. Okay. Okay, it's not going anywhere. You can slip and slide, shift and slide, but it's going nowhere. Okay, look like both are in. And so, that is my first drawer. Now I'm not going to bail all front of them, but I just wanted you to see how it's done, the first one. Okay, now that's in. Just make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, now I have turned it over, and what I'm going to do is add these rails to it. And you're going to use these little medium-sized screws here. Oops, to install it. You want to make sure the wheel, let me show you. It lays just like this with the wheel towards the back. Okay. And you're going to screw here and here. But I'm going to do the other side, my side first, okay? Let's turn around so you can see what I'm doing. Okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and screw it here. I started, I'm not going to tighten it just yet. Crooked. Okay, now I'm going to tighten it down. Okay, there it is. Now, once you put these rails on, this will stop sliding. So now I'm going to do the other one. You lay it on like that, wheel towards the back of the drawer. And find the holes and screw it in. Always that one. Okay, I'm tightening it up. Make sure it's nice and tight. And there's your first drawer, ready to go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the other two off camera, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to do the last drawer, the bottom drawer, the bigger one. It's a little bit more detail involved in that. Okay, here it is. I put the first drawer in. Kind of makes a clicking noise when I don't know if that's normal. I have to check and make sure everything is tight. Okay, I have assembled the first 3 drawers. This is making a noise. I have to check that one out when I'm talking. These going smooth, they're not making any noise. Okay, so now I'm going to assemble the bottom one, which is a little bit more complicated. Okay, now I just released this. On the side here is, this comes up. You have to remove the little piece here by releasing this little white lever here. You press it and it slides out. I'm going to sit it on this side so I don't want to get it all mixed up. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do it on this one. Let's bring the camera around. Okay, this little thing here, I'm going to press it forward. I brought it forward and it just lifts out. And I'm going to lay it here. Now those are what you're going to attach to the drawer. Okay, now I'm going to prepare the bottom drawer for assembly. You're going to take this piece here, and as you can see, I've already started the screws where they're supposed to go. Now, let's see. There we go. This, oh, excuse me. This is facing away from me. You're going to start with the first holes by putting screws here, and then you're going to skip, and then you're going to go here, and then there's the empty holes up here, and then there's this little area here. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and screw these in. Okay. So yes, I'm going to put my dowels in each one of these holes. I have 4. I think they gave me an extra one. So I'm going to put that back over there. Now I'm going to take my hammer and tap ever so lightly because I'm working on my dining room table, which is glass, and I sure don't want to crack that. Okay, so now that's done. Okay, now just like I basically did the the other one, let's see, yeah, this part is going to be outside. This is inside, so I'm going to turn it this way. This is actually the bottom, and this is the top. I did. And as you can see, I am struggling here. Okay, you want to make sure all these lines line up with each other. Okay. So I'm going to put the channel lock in. I could have did it before. I chose to do it now. Let me turn that around so you can see. And I'm going to push that in. Try to push that in. And what I'm going to do is take the screwdriver as I did with the first drawer and push it and lock it. And you'll know when it's locked because you'll feel it. Okay, so that side is done. Now I need to do the same with the opposite one. Make sure these are lined up here. So I'm going to, as soon as I can find the holes again, there, oops, get ahead of myself. Okay, and push down. There it is. See? Now, again, I'm going to push the little channel lock in, and the opposite one here, and then you tighten it. Push that one in, turn it, tighten. Now it's tight. Okay? Alright. So now I would get the back panel. Okay. Now I'm going to slide this piece in between. Oops, it's not working. Into the slots, like so. Okay, I've slid it in. Now I'm going to take this back panel piece and, of course, remember, let's put that down. Remember, everything has to be in sync. Let's adjust this camera. Okay, now I'm going to try and fit these pieces in here. There you go. Nice in. And of course, again, I have to hammer this time 4 pegs into the hole. Yeah. Let's see. I should have 4 of the white plastic fasteners. These. And now I'm going to insert them ever so slightly into, let's move that over. You can't see. Okay. One's going to go here. One's going to go here. And the same on the opposite side. So right now I'm just going to tap that in. And tap that one in. to flip it around and do the same thing on the opposite side. Screw here and a screw here, and we're going to tap. Hold it. Okay, do the same. And there you have it. The drawer is assembled. Now, the next step would be for me to put this thing, because it comes with 5 wheels. But I have chosen not to because I want my desk to slide, the cabinet to slide under my desk. So I'm not going to put it on. Normally it would go here in the front, and of course the other 4 wheels on the bottom of the cabinet. But like I said, I'm not going to do it that way. Alright? So now the next step is to put the side rails on. Okay. I pulled the lever off of the cabinet and brought it here to the drawer, and I've laid it on the side of the drawer like this. And you want to make sure that the holes lined up with the holes on the drawer. And you do the same thing to the opposite side. I'm going to use these screws to attach it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add the screws.